Previously on When the Music Stops.
It's not the real world, it's just a fantasy. But don't put fantasy bubbles pop. Leave you looking for the one someday. Then one someday, the music stops.
The sound of wind.
So, you're really running away to join the circus?
Yep.
To do the Wheel of Death?
Actually, they call it the Wheel of Steel now.
Of course.
You think I'm crazy, don't you?
Yeah. Can I come? Does Claire know?
I slump against the van. I haven't talked to her since we broke up 2 weeks ago. I can't give her what she wants.
Hey, you don't need to convince me. I never thought she was right for you anyway. So how come you're taking your dad's van instead of the Mustang?
Dad thought it would be more practical, for driving from town to town.
Oh? Do you plan on sleeping in the van or something?
No, I'll probably just spring for a hotel, or ride the train and pay someone to drive.
So...
Yeah, I have no idea why I'm taking the van.
Maybe the old man wants to go joyriding in the Mustang.
Better not let him hear you call him old man. He'll challenge you to a handstand contest. Can you even do a handstand?
About as well as I can juggle, so no contest.
Don't feel bad. He usually beats me too, and I'm good at it.
Wow.
I know.
No, I mean, wow. I can't believe you're going to be living on the circus train for the next 6 months.
Really? Because I did it for the first 17 years of my life.
Oh yeah. Wow. Uh-oh.
You forgot your damn shoes!
Claire. She wore flats.
And now, stay tuned for When the Music Stops.
It's not the real world, it's just a fantasy. But don't put fantasy bubbles pop. Leave you looking for that one someday. Then one someday, the music stops. It's not the real world, it's just a fantasy. But don't those fantasy bubbles pop. Leave you looking for that one someday. Then one someday, the music stops.
I arrived in Philadelphia on Monday afternoon for setup. Except for bathroom breaks and a nap at a rest stop, I drove straight from Florida. I guess I had a lot on my mind. It doesn't hit me that I'm anything other than a typical circus performer until I'm in the arena, trying to act like one. I don't think I even felt this out of place on my first day at USF, a circus daredevil masquerading as a college student. My observation, Mom? I'm now a lawyer masquerading as a circus daredevil. Wish you were here. I'm sure you'd have some wise words to comfort me.
Don't forget you were born in the circus, Nick. You belong here, just as much as they do.
Yeah, Mom. Try telling that to my stomach. I thought the moment I walked into the arena, it would all feel familiar. But it doesn't. I've been away too long. Made myself a stranger. An outsider looking in.
So was I, Nick. There are benefits to that, you know. Knowing both worlds, appreciating both worlds.
I take in my surroundings. A team of men in navy coveralls on the arena floor, setting up ropes, pulleys, nets, ring curves. Tomorrow, all of this will be a circus. Something I used to take for granted suddenly leaves me enchanted. I wonder how Claire is doing. Probably fine. Better than fine. It never would have worked with us. My first serious relationship since Magdalena. Claire was pretty much the antithesis of her. I did love her, just a more level-headed kind of love, without the butterflies, or the nagging fear of how I would go on if I lost her. I'm not sure I'm capable of that kind of love anymore. I'm not sure I want to be.
Nick!
Huh?
Jak się masz?
Stashik! I rushed toward him like a kid towards Santa Claus, solidifying my excitement with a bear hug. My response is a bit more enthusiastic than either of us expects. Maybe I'm punchy, but it's just so good to see a familiar face. Stashek has been with the circus since the beginning of time. At least, it seems that way. And yet, he looks almost exactly the same as I remember.
Good to see you, Nick. You grow up.
Little bit.
When your tata tell me you coming, I don't believe.
Dad called you?
Ta,
Of course Dad called him.
he tell me look after you.
He did, huh? Stashek fans out his arms. I almost hug him again. Good thing I don't. He's just gesturing toward the arena.
I am boss of all rings now.
In circus life, being boss of all the rings is a pretty big deal. But now, it sounds like something out of a fantasy novel. Wow, that's awesome.
I have big room on train now, double stateroom.
Also a big deal for a workman. A big deal for most circus people. It's about time they started appreciating their best guy. Really glad you have my back.
Come on, we're getting ready to set up wheel. You check.
Outside, looking on the inside out. What's it about? I was you, looking at me upside down. Turn me around, is it true?
Setup goes quickly and smoothly, but I'm starting to feel the effects of the long drive up here. I need to get some rest before my big day tomorrow. In my effort to make good time, I haven't had anything to eat in several hours, other than a protein bar and some Tic Tacs. I'm starved and beat. But I'm sure hunger isn't the only reason for the current tumbling act in my stomach. I peruse the arena. Strange faces, mostly workmen, and a few performers like me, supervising the setup of their equipment. No, not like me. I consider introducing myself, or asking Stashek to. But first, a test run on the wheel. At least this much feels familiar. By the time I make my descent, most of the other performers are gone. Denny Rowan greets me at the bottom.
Hey, Nick. Good to see you again.
You too, Denny.
How was your drive?
Long.
Hungry?
Starved.
Why don't you let me buy you dinner? Then I'll show you where you'll be staying. I guess we're going to be neighbors.
After a delicious steak dinner, I followed Denny to the train, though amazingly, I still remember how to get there. As we approached the train yard, my butterflies returned. Wish I'd brought my Mustang to remind me that I'm a confident, successful, currently unemployed attorney. So maybe not so successful, and maybe not so confident. What have I gotten myself into? Denny escorts me to my new home on the train. The half-train car is 4 times the size of the room I had 10 years ago, and twice the size of the one my parents had. A palace. I must be someone important. I picture Dad brushing his fingernails on his chest.
We are superstars.
You're important, Nick. You know how calm and cool Mr. Freeman is generally. I mean, you remember that, right?
Yeah, he was pretty smooth.
Right. Well, just between you and me...
Give me $1.
Huh?
Just an expression. Yeah, just between us.
Mr. Freeman was like a kid on Christmas morning when I told him you were coming back.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently he's got a very high opinion of you, Nick.
Really?
You seem surprised. Nice to see it hasn't got to your head.
Well, just between you and me?
Give me $1.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
Just between us.
I'm a little nervous. It's been a long time.
I saw you earlier during setup. It doesn't look like you've lost anything. And don't take this the wrong way.
What?
It doesn't look like you've lost anything in the looks and charisma department either. Just an observation. Don't report me to human resources or anything.
Report what?
Anything else I can get you, Nick?
Wow. I don't recall feeling this important when I passed the bar.
What?
Tender test. The bartender test. Remember I told you I was a bartender?
Oh, right. Great. We'll have to put those skills to use soon. Celebrate your comeback. I'll hit the liquor store tomorrow. Oh, unless you're planning on carrying on in your father's footsteps and open your own embassy. I see nothing. I see you've got a van just like his.
It is his. But, no. I don't think so.
Okay, well, you know where I live.
Yep. Thanks for dinner, Denny. I'm, pretty beat. Think I'm gonna hit the sheets early.
Yeah, big day tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing you perform again.
Thanks. Good night. I take in my new digs. Wow, a real couch. Not just a couple of boards with cushions. Full-size stove, refrigerator, washer dryer, and an actual bedroom. If Claire can see me now, maybe I should call her. Maybe not. Maybe I'll send her tickets. Maybe not. Suddenly, I feel lonely. Maybe I'm just tired. It's been a long day. I glance at my watch. It's barely 8 o'clock. Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to get plenty of sleep for my big comeback. My big comeback. Damn. Suddenly, there's way too much saliva in my mouth. I toss up some of my dinner into my new circus train toilet, complete with foot pedal for easy flushing. I forget to hold my breath when I flush. And there goes the rest of my dinner. I follow up with my first circus train shower in 10 years. Fortunately, the water is hot.
No.
For most of the shower, anyway. I grab a pair of boxers from my luggage. The Superman ones Claire gave me last Christmas. Or was it Valentine's Day? I didn't realize I brought them. I miss you, Claire. When I start to miss her father and the firm too, I realize it's just nerves. I climb into my new circus bed, queen-sized, and much softer than the board with cushions I used to sleep on. But it's not my waterbed in the St. Pete townhouse I shared with Claire. I close my eyes, letting my thoughts drift.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, high above the Hippodrome track, death-defying attorney Nicholas A. Piotrowski, Esquire, will attempt to walk the wheel of life blindfolded.
I open my eyes, consider getting up, maybe going for a drive to Florida. But I'm too exhausted to even let the butterflies keep me up. I close my eyes, drifting off to sleep.
Hurry, Nick! Hurry, Nick! Hurry, Nick!
Running down the hallway, I desperately searched for the entrance to Ring 1. There. Gray door. No, that isn't the Ring 1 entrance. It's a dressing room. I read the sign on the door. The Dimitri family. Didn't I pass that already? Up ahead, the elephants start to line up. I pick up my pace, trying to pass them before they block my path. But the hay-covered floor is slippery. I wipe out, skating across the floor on my back, headed straight for the elephants. I scramble for something to grab onto. There, just a few feet away, a cable dangling from 16 wagon. As I skid toward it, I grab hold. But it's not a cable. It's the belt from Magdalena's purple robe. I spot my boots on the other side of the wagon. I've been looking for those. I reach for them. They move. Someone is wearing them, not my boots. A smaller pair of boots appears, framed by the hem of a robe, matching the purple belt.
Alexis, open the door.
I bolt upright, staring into darkness, dreaming.
Alexis,
Real. I've heard that voice before.
open the door, you cheating son of a bitch. I know she is in there.
I jump out of bed, try to locate the light switch. Damn it. I give up, feeling my way to the front door. I step out into the vestibule and peer over the steps. A silver Mercedes is parked at the other end of the train car. The angry woman, who I immediately recognize as Jeanette, charges down the vestibule towards the Mercedes. Good. She's leaving. Show over. I return to my room. Just my dumb luck, I share a train car with Alexis. I start to climb back into bed. What the? Someone tapping on my wall? I guess Jeanette didn't leave after all. She apparently just went to her car for something. My guess? A crowbar. To use on Alexis's door. Great.
Open the door, or I beat it down.
Note to self, buy earplugs tomorrow.
Hey, you in there! Open up!
I search for the light switch again. No luck. I move toward the noise, straight ahead, about 4 feet away. Running my hands along the panel of my built-in bureau, I suddenly remember. Not that I left my suitcase on the floor. What? What's going on?
Open your side!
What I suddenly remember is that all the rooms with private entrances have fire exits. But why the hell should I open it for him? So he can get away from his wife? Seriously? I hope she beats his ass. I wonder if he knows who's on the other side of his wall. If he remembers me. If he's worked as hard at trying to forget me as I have him. If he's had better luck.
Hurry, please! It's an emergency!
I bet. Against my better judgment, I feel around the wall for a latch. Got it! I tug on the latch and the door flies open.
I'm not afraid of her, Alexis.
Just go, Sydney.
Sydney. He shoves her through the hatch. I shut and latch the fire door with Alexis on the other side of it. I hope Jeanette doesn't decide to use her crowbar on my wall. I don't care what she does to Alexis. The room goes bright. Apparently, Sydney has found the light switch. Turning, I take her in.
Baby, you got something. There's something I wanna take from you.
You can close your mouth now.
I close it, trying not to stare, or act like I'm 16. She saunters out of the bedroom. I follow. She turns on the light in the living room. Apparently, Sydney's better acquainted with the layout of my room than I am. She sounds upset.
His ex-wife. She's crazy.
Ex-wife?
That's the part you got?
Well, the absence of one can cancel out the other.
Meaning?
Well, she's not actually an ex. Maybe she's not so crazy to be... Sorry. None of my business.
You're right.
That maybe she's not the ex, or maybe she's not crazy.
That it's none of your business.
Right. You're welcome, by the way. Sydney adjusts her shirt collar. I wonder if she had to dress in a hurry. I can't help but feel a bit nauseated.
Thanks. That was Alexis's idea. I'm not afraid of Jeanette.
She sounds pretty upset.
Hence the crazy part?
Right. Does his wife perform on the show?
Ex-wife. And no, not this unit.
Well, that's a relief.
Yeah, don't worry. You won't be receiving nightly visits from me through your fire hatch.
Well, that part I wouldn't mind. It's the... that I could live without.
Yeah, right. Nice boxers, by the way.
What? I just remembered that I'm in my underwear. And not just any underwear. Superman underwear. Why do I suddenly feel more like Clark Kent? 1 minute. I duck through the door sill into the laundry cubicle, grabbing the jeans and jersey I've been wearing earlier.
Okay, thanks. I'm just gonna...
Wait. You gotta have one more moment with Sydney. I yank up my jeans and bolt toward the front. Ah! In my haste and newly acquired close quarters, I just smack my funny bone against the washer dryer. I nearly bite my tongue, trying to contain several expletives. Sydney stands at the door, one hand on the knob.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. And now I know why they call it a funny bone.
Sorry, really. Are you okay?
I force a smile. Yes. I pull my shirt over my head, utilizing the brief second it covers my face. Son of a...
I can still hear you.
I pull my head through, smiling.
Anyway, sorry for intruding. Do you always go to bed this early?
Not usually, but I drove practically non-stop from Florida. I guess I was tired.
Oh, wow. Really sorry I woke you. I'll let you get back to bed.
Is it safe? Is it safe? Jesus.
Yes, it's safe. So safe you wouldn't believe.
Yeah. I guess I have that coming.
Just a little bit. But anyway...
What?
I told you, I'm not afraid of Jeanette.
Apparently her husband thinks you should be.
Ex-husband?
Right. I think she's leaving.
I guess it's safe now.
So safe you wouldn't believe.
I like you, Superman.
I'm very likable.
That you are. Anyway, I guess I'll see you tomorrow?
You will?
Yeah? Aren't you the new wheel guy?
Oh, right. The show.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night. I watch her leave, surprised by how disappointed I am to see her go. Maybe just because of where she's going. Back to Alexis, I assume. What a waste. But then, why should I care? I listen to Sydney bound down the steps. Wait a few seconds, then wander out to my vestibule. I peer over the steps towards Alexis's side of the train car. Where does she go? She couldn't have made it to his door that fast. I turn the other way, spying her purposeful stride alongside the train, in the opposite direction. 6 train cars later, she climbs up the vestibule steps of 91 car, the showgirl car, I think. I'm wide awake now. Great. I head back inside. As if my return to the circus wasn't insane enough, let's add sharing a wall with Alexis, who just shoved his gorgeous girlfriend through the wall into my life. My life? I meant my room.
Baby, you got something. There's something I wanna take from
This episode, Masquerading, featured music by Michael Miller, Bill Vintage, The Mannequins, and the Wallies. With theme song, The Music Stops, performed by Bri Hays and Joelle Davis and by FM2, starring the voices of Luke, Konke, Michael, Vena, Charlie Kotsaftis, and Alan Marsden.
Not that much fun if I win too soon. At least play hard to get with being mean or cruel. And all those other girls are laughing at you.
Next on When the Music Stops.
I've never felt this way on opening night. Excited, nervous, terrified.
Look at the performers' faces, Nick. The ones who've been here a long time. They've lost their spark. It's just a job to them now. They forget how special it is to be performing in front of all those people. Don't ever lose your spark, Nick. Every show, pick just one person in the audience to perform to.
I miss you, Mom. Hi, Dad.
You okay?
Yeah. Your timing's impeccable.
You thinking about your mom?
How did you know?
Because I think about her too. Nervous?
No.
Really?
Okay, yeah. I'll be fine.
Of course you'll be fine. You superstar.
Yeah.
By the way, guess who is on show?
Dad? You there? Dad? Damn. I wonder who it is. Well, I guess I'll find out soon enough. Only about 10 more minutes to go before the whistle, Mom. Can you believe I'm actually nervous?
Nick, son, you exude charisma. You're young, good-looking. You're a star. You're a star. You're a star. You're a star.
I am sure you'll have no trouble finding work, Nicky. You have best will I have seen. You have so much courage, so much.
Nick, no one is better than you. Not even me.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be an opening?
Huh? What?
Tune in next week at WKDW 97.5 FM, Real Community Radio in North Port, Florida, or www.kdwradio.com for the next episode of When the Music Stops.
Leave you looking for that one someday.